And we are live. I'm just looking at the weather forecast because I heard there's storms in the area. Not in my area, but closer to Toronto. Not a big deal. At least not for me necessarily. But yeah, hello everybody. Welcome to episode 170. It's talking about bricks in space, which is a weird one to talk about, but it will make sense maybe in the future, as in, a little bit further along in this chat, shall we say. So yeah, welcome. Hello. I've been saying we a lot these past few days and realizing that I mean I don't know why I'm saying we. I was messaging a few coworkers today and I'm like, yeah, we're looking at the problem. And then I'm like, well, no, actually I'm looking at the problem and the problem just found me apparently because I'm waiting for him to sit down. There we go. We have a cup and an S shirt, and we are in Matt's kitchen. Oh, there's Matt's head. Matt is sorting bricks, I think, based on where he's sitting.
Hello.
Are you sorting?
Actually, no. I'm was playing a computer game.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. What were you playing?
Old Civ 4.
Civilizations 4? Wow, you can still play that thing?
I have an old desktop that I literally saved just to play it on.
Okay. Wow.
I get it out a couple times and I just fire it up. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Sorry, I'm chatting as I'm talking. Hey, Paul, welcome. I was just commenting in our group chat to Paul, who made a comment about something I posted a little earlier in our group chat, and now he's saying hello here too. So hello. Hello, College Bricks as well. Hello, Matt, of course.
Bonjour, mon ami.
Matt is back from his interesting trip, and glad you're home.
It's good to be home.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we're talking about bricks in space today. Isn't that weird? I don't know if you heard about this article.
No, I haven't.
No. That brick is made out of asteroid dust, apparently.
All right.
And yeah, we'll get into it later, but just some of the building materials that I guess they're trying to figure out if they can use in the future. Makes sense if you go to the moon, if you can use moon dirt or whatever to build structures, right? Add water or something. I don't know what the magical ingredients would be, but probably not water because there's probably a limited supply of that on the moon. So
bricks in space.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Bricks in space, bricks in space. But also space, because it actually fits really well with Lego's themes this year for space. And we all know next year's going to be castle. Yeah.
Is it?
City castle. Yeah. No, it doesn't work, unfortunately.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. A boy can dream. A boy can dream. Speaking of which, castle. Keep right behind me. On the other side of me is Bouncy Castle, which is now built fully and removable really easily. I was running it for the past 2 hours without the Bouncy Castle part on top. We'll go to this view. Yeah. Without the Bouncy Castle on top. With that on it. And just before the chat started, I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm going to put the Bouncy Castle on top. And I put it in, and I was trying to straighten it out a bit, to get it all flush with the base. And while it was running, and a couple of the round plates fell down and landed basically right in the crack here by this gear and locked the gear train up. And I'm like, oh, crap. So I stopped right away. I turned it off right away because I have no clutch gear in this system, and I think I need to add one. But I'm not sure where to add one, so that'll be kind of interesting to figure out. I have some ideas, but I might be able to add one right here. But anyways, Leia, right? That's Leia, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yes.
Hey, hi, everybody. I'm Leia. I don't really like to be held that much, but I'm very soft and fluffy.
Well, at least probably doesn't mind as much by you to be held, but
no,
definitely didn't like.
She's not a. She just doesn't. She likes rubs, but she doesn't really like to be held. So that's just it's all right.
I'm not even going to say anything to that. I'm just going to say that that sounds like a lot of people. But that just didn't sound right at the same time. So, So yeah, you got back. You've been building anything or doing anything of interest?
I have built 2 store sets. So I
Cool.
built the Tantive 4 hallway set.
Okay.
Built that one evening, and last night I built the Droideka set. So I like
Okay.
the
The new Droideka one, right?
the new Droideka
Yeah.
one. I like the sort of sculptures. So I have the R2 and the BB-8 and
Yeah.
the whatever that little droid was in the last movie, and I've got those all built. I've got the Chewbacca built,
Yeah.
and so I added the Droideka. Droideka had some interesting techniques to get that kind of shape, and
All right.
you can kind of fold it up into a sphere when you're
Okay.
done.
Does it
So-
roll without like getting to a dead spot on the side? Because looking at it, it looked like there's a couple areas where it kind of goes like this way.
Yeah, I didn't try rolling it.
Okay. Just curious, really. But the cool thing about the original one was you could roll it and it would spring open into its form, and that was really cool. I mean, didn't look all that amazing because it was basic brick type thing, or it was Technic bricks and stuff, but it was still kind of cool feature. So cool. I haven't really built any sets. Is that true? I'm trying to think. Yeah, I didn't build any sets this week. I've been busy collecting parts for my castle. Oh well, let me just throw that up here for a second, because that in itself is a sight to behold. By the way, hello to the 11 people watching already. Alternate candidate, hello, welcome. I guess everybody is interested in the bricks in space thing. Probably not. But, so yeah, here is I built the keep. Which is back here, which I can show pictures of later. But I needed something to go on top of the keep. I wanted to go a little taller. So I decided to go like 39 plus inches taller. Or no, it was 19 inches up to the gray here. So this is probably about 23, 24 inches. Basically the top on this tower right now is going to be this thing. This will be that top tower.
I'm honestly surprised you expressed that in inches.
Well, yeah, I think because I remember it was like 20. It was 20-ish inches up to there, or whatever the number. You know what? Let me just because the centimeter height was a little bit not memorable. Right now, the way it is right now, it's 50 centimeters wide, 51 centimeters high, 20.1 inches high. I think that's, you know what? I'm just going to save this just in case. I'm pretty sure it would include the new parts, but I just added that topper on. So tools, model info. Let's try this one more time. Yeah, 20 inches high, 51 centimeters high, 63.8 studs. And it still needs the roof. I didn't get a chance to build that. And I'm still, the middle 2 layers of the cake of the topper look a little plain, so I'm still trying to think about what to do with that. I might add some yellow and blue coloring in here, but I don't want it to be identical to this where it's all the way around, because this is basically yellow and blue all the way around. So I'm working on thinking about that. I want to put a couple of doors in these sections as well. Like this one, this original one has a door right here, but I'd never liked the design of it, so I'm going to try and I think we have a better arch now than this weird shapy arch. I think there's a new 1x3 arch that'll work better. But anyways, it's one of my works in progress. So I've been working on that. So right now, let's just go larger screen for a minute. Right now on the tabletop, I have the start of the cake topper, the lowest level. And I'll just do this. And these 3 bins here are full of all the parts I've already pulled. I still have parts on order from Bricks and Pieces. I had placed an order like 1 minute before midnight on the 16th for Double VIP, and I just got an email notification today saying that it's they were all bestseller parts, and they haven't shipped yet. And I got a message just like an hour ago saying that due to high demand, the order is taking a little longer to get shipped out. And then I also placed a second order for another couple hundred pieces today. just to basically finish up that order. Now that one unfortunately is coming half from Denmark, half from bestsellers, so I have to wait like 30 days. And some of those parts are specifically for the yellow and blue region down here, like the arches and stuff. So I might have to put some white colors in or something like that, just until those come in. So, but which kind of sucks. I hate when that happens, when it's like, oh, I'm going to order all the parts, but then you gotta wait. And I did look on Bricklink, and I couldn't find someone that had all, like, I'd rather do one order, and I couldn't really find anybody that had all the parts. Burkina did come up, but they didn't have the arches, because the arches hasn't actually been at the blue arch 1x4 arches, and that or hasn't been available in a lot of sets as of late, I guess. And I think I needed like 30 of them or something like that. So, but yeah. I have to say, Matt, looking over your shoulder there, I'm seeing a pile of orange things on a rack.
Yeah, those are Thomas's Le Creuset. So it's
Like dishes?
French cast iron cookware.
Oh, okay. I was just looking at it. I'm like, they look like life preservers or like a small scale lifeboat. But yeah, that makes sense. It is in the kitchen.
He's a big fan, and I was initially skeptical of the idea that the pot could actually make the food taste better. And he bought his first Le Creuset, and we bought just like off the shelf meatballs at our local grocery store, and some spaghetti sauce. And because of the cast iron system, it cooks the meatballs evenly, so the outside isn't cooked more than the inside. And I am a true believer. It really does the food taste better if you have these. And so it's something that he collects. He likes orange is his favorite color. And
orange is a good color. I got no problem.
I've given him some of the items as gifts over the years for holidays.
And you wouldn't want to use that as life vests, for the record, because of the cast iron portion.
No. It would be a quick trip to the bottom.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're in the part of the mafia, then maybe you'd want to suggest someone use it as a life vest. But
he swims with the cast iron.
I did place. I needed batteries for my scale the other day, so I placed an order on Amazon for batteries, and I also got a little box here of something that Dave Cowdice knows, which is the magical Lego replacement black wires for this high quality wires from the 80s, where you can see it's like basically crumbling. It's 50 feet, and it's like 6 wires per in the strand, so it's basically 150 feet of cords, because I basically have one cord that's working right now that has like a 14-foot length that Dave made for me. The bouncy castle is behind me. You saw it there. The actual control box for it is right here, and I've got 14 feet of cable going over to it.
Oof, that's a lot of cable.
But that's just because where I sit behind my castle, the controller goes into the cave area, and the wire had to go all the way up to the castle. It's probably only 10 feet now that I think about it, but I basically made sure I had a long enough wire to reach. And I'm going to be adding some more things to the castle, I think, in the future. Like I'm thinking about that farm expansion, or adding some windmills and stuff to have them moving. So I'm going to need wire, because literally most of my wires are this long, and none of these are in the shape of being able to keep them together. Like they're all horribly just damaged. So, but anyways, yeah. Are you still playing Civilization?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just asking. I'm not judging, and you can go on ahead and play. I'm kind of jealous because, well, A, you have a computer that's that old. And I'm not jealous about that, but
I'm sure you could get a computer that old if you wanted.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't have one that old anymore in the house, but I could find one, I guess.
I mean, this was the computer I used up until, I don't know, probably about 6 years ago. And
oh wow. Yeah, I got rid of all of my older computers. I had old computers when I first moved into this house. So that would have been 2015. Oh yeah, I just hit my 9-year anniversary of being in this house.
I just I tend to use a device until forced to stop using it, or it becomes so cumbersome that it's just not worth it. And
Yeah.
and Thomas is the tech person in our family, and he's always like, "Oh, you need a new computer. You should really." And I'm like, "It still does all the stuff I want."
No, the correct answer is yes. Yes, I do.
So for a while there, he was buying a new laptop every year because, I spend my money on plastic and he spends his money on tech.
Yeah.
And was getting hand-me-down computers, but that stopped. So I actually had to go buy my own laptop this last year.
Yeah, I used to use my work laptop to do personal stuff on as well because it was just down here and stuff. And then I went out the first year I was going to go to Brick Fair, Alabama. I had asked my manager, I'm like, "Are we allowed to take our devices across the border?" And she's like, "I don't know because it's been many years since she's had to do it." So she checked, and it's like, "Yeah, no, we can't." So I went out that month and bought a computer, the one I'm currently using for this, and now I've just kind of migrated everything to this computer, and it's not a powerhouse, but it still does the job. So, it's good enough. It does the modeling, and I mean, I've got some pretty big models, built like the Mosaic and stuff. Oh, purple dots, dark purple dots are available on Bricks and Pieces.
Oh, okay.
They're the one color and the new trans black. They're the two colors that have been recently added, and they are there. So I ordered like 150 of them as well with my order because my purple Spaceman and my Mosaic has the plates, round plates. So I'm going to flip them for the next show.
Yeah, I should probably get some just for the sake of, having a full palette.
Yeah. I have 3 bins that are my palette, which is funny because I probably won't build much in the way of dots anytime soon. But I mean, it is kind of nice if I want to sit down, I could just grab a base plate and just do something, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Yeah, I have no immediate plans to use the dots, but I have invested, and I had every color until the dark purple came out. So,
there might be a few other colors too that I haven't seen, but I know the dark purple was the one I needed. And my Mosaic's going to need to update as well anyhow in the near future due to
so if viewers don't know, Lego has a maximum. If you go to place a Bricks and Pieces part, you cannot order 1,000. You can order 999 of a single part in a single color. And back when I was trying to do my Mosaic, I needed 12,000 dark gray, for example.
Yeah.
So and dark gray was a new color that had only come out fairly recently. So it's not like I could hop on and buy a whole bunch from some store in Europe or something like that. I had to get them pretty much and I called up, talked to customer service, and I said, I really need to order 12,000 of these, and I'm not reselling them. I'm not, put them on Bricklink or anything. I can show you what I'm doing, and it's for a very large project. And the answer was, well, you can place 12 orders of 999, but we can't, set it up so that you can order just 12,000 in one particular batch. So I was like, all right.
I wonder,
as long as, you don't like flag me as like trying to, break the rules and then shut me out. I didn't want to get banned.
Yeah, because years ago there used to be people that would buy 10 copies of a Lego set and they would get flagged because they were technically reselling or whatever, right? Like that. Yeah. And I know Lego's site has limits on those types of things as well. I wonder also if maybe their ordering system, like at least their consumer POS system, only has a maximum of 999. Like it's a 3-digit field, which to me sounds stupid. I'm assuming it's probably just a limitation so that no one buys, 10,000 of one piece so that they can control it. Like you think twice before you make 12 orders of 999.
Yeah, that's true. It could be a fail-safe just to prevent customers from doing something they don't mean to do. But you both, that there are stupid things out there. So
I've ordered over 1,000 of pieces from Bricks and Pieces before too. For my for my Telos building alone, I forget what piece it was. Probably trans clear brick. I ordered like 1,500 of them over a couple orders. So, but yeah. All right, you know what? Let's jump into the news. I think that's all. Oh, you want me to show a quick bouncy castle. Hold on, let me just queue up the bouncy castle here. I just gotta get my Google Photos. Oh yeah, and on Father's Day, happy Father's Day, belated to anybody out there who is a father. During Father's Day, I woke up in the morning with no internet in the house, and it took me all day to diagnose what was going on. It turned out when I switched my internet provider, they gave me a new router, like a new Wi-Fi router, and I didn't bother using it because I have a Google one and it works perfectly fine. And at midnight, I noticed that the signal died, that we were no longer connected. And so I think an update was done, and for some reason, my Google router was no longer working with the modem. So it took me most of the day to finally realize, wait, they gave me one. I should probably just test that out too. And within a few hours about an hour after getting that, I realized, oh yeah, my TELUS router is what the problem was. But anyway, let me just let's go to the share screen here. Oh, that's not the one I want. Hold on. I think I already showed the bouncy castle.
You did.
A couple of weeks ago. Did I show that last week? Yeah, I guess I would have. Anyway.
I mean, earlier in this show, you held it up. So.
Yeah, no, but I meant the video of it. Okay,
Got
hold
it.
on. Let me just mute this page. Just because we don't need to hear me talking in the background. And I'll go here and then go here, and there we go. So the parts came in today as well, the brackets that I needed to hold or to finish building the walls. So now the castle is a lot stronger than it was. And like I said, the bouncy mat wasn't on it just because I ran the motor for a few hours to see how it was. So, but anyway, all right. That just loops forever. So let's get into the news. First up, one Lego Ideas set this week was made it to the 10,000 mark, and that is the popcorn machine, which looks like it has brick built kernels. This was built by Dymix Art, which this person has had a few other models at 10,000 in the past. 955 piece build, features a working machine that pops the popcorn out of the pan by way of a gear mechanism. So we should vote this one in. Hopefully we can get like a Cracker Jack box where we can get another Color Classic Space minifigure out of it or something. That'd be fun.
Ooh.
Yeah, but obviously it won't happen. But and it's got a little opening on the back. It looks like you can open up. Oh yeah, it's got a whole fold down lid so you can put popcorn back in afterwards. Anyway, it's kind of an interesting idea. I don't know that it would really sell. I mean, what would you do with a Lego popcorn machine? I guess if you had a movie theater or like a home theater in your house, you might put it on display in there or something like that. I could see that right beside your real popcorn machine. Anyways, hi, hey Jeff, welcome, howdy. David Sincere, hello. Hopefully he joins us once he gets the gerbils going to get his computer started. Speaking of which, we had a moose in our city this week. There's been a moose sighting.
Whoa.
A younger moose. And it's weird because I didn't think moose came this far down south, but I'm not that far away from cottage country, but I know that was kind of interesting that in our local Facebook groups, it's like, oh, hey, there's a moose on the loose. And then add your moose jokes here. The Legend of Zelda Great Dooku Tree was available for pre-order just after it came out, and that sold out fairly quickly. It is available again. Now, as I say that, I'm going to click on the link and just see if it is truly available, because it could be, oh yeah, it is available for pre-order still. I was worried it might have already gone out of pre-order. So if anybody was looking to get that, it is available again. I would also say maybe wait a few more days, because I'm pretty sure there's a gift for purchase coming up in the next week or so. So if you want to risk it, maybe wait for that, because then at least you get the gift for purchase with it. All right, next up, we have the Lego House is seeing record-breaking summer, or is expecting, or is having a record-breaking summer in 2024. It has announced that it's expected to see a record-breaking summer for visitors from around the world. Bookings for the summer season are up from the last year, and they have been visitors from 95 countries so far this year. That's crazy. People have traveled from 95.
Could include a Van Winden next summer.
Next summer, yeah, I'm going to be there. I'm going to stand on this roof. As many of these roofs as I can. I think you can actually stand on almost all of them. Maybe not these ones here, but some of them you can. I know that. So yeah, that's just an interesting thing, I guess. Traveling's getting back to more normal conditions.
From what I've heard, it's actually exceeding pre-COVID, and there's some speculation that there's been a permanent shift in consumer tastes, where consumers are spending more money on travel experiences rather than on goods. So, we'll see that people are saying, well, instead of just having Lego sets around my house, let me go to Denmark.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, I've said that too. I didn't go traveling to Brick World yet this year because that just happened. We should probably talk about that too. And I don't have any travel plans until technically next year. I'm going to Bricks in the Six in November, but that's not really traveling because it's a couple hours away. Because I'm trying to save up to go to Denmark, which I have done zero saving as of yet, but I haven't spent $2,000 going to Brick World Chicago or anything like that. So, hello, Paul John's Life. Welcome. All right. So yeah, record-breaking season for the Lego house, which is awesome. Next up, the first gift of purchase announcement. I say first, I think there was only one, but I think there's like 2 or 3 gift of purchases that have been announced recently that haven't been given a release date yet. So this one is a tribute to Jules Verne's books. It's actually got a kind of an interesting design box. I don't think I've ever seen anything with the black stripe down the side like this. But
I want to say that I've seen it in one other box, but I can't put my finger on where I would have seen it.
Well, maybe it'll come to you, maybe not. We'll see. Lego has revealed yet another upcoming gift with purchase. The set, like I said, Lego tribute to Jules Verne books. That's hard for me to say for some reason. The set continues the line of tributes to various historical figures. This one features a whole build within a book that pays homage to the Around the World in 80 Days, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and 5 weeks in a balloon. There's no details on the price requirements to get this at this time, but it should be fairly soon. Because I'm assuming next week this will be available, if not this weekend. They'll probably announce it tomorrow because it's not Wednesday. After our chat is done, that the dates and price ranges and stuff. There were actually a lot of set announcements. Not a lot, but a good fair amount of set announcements in the past week as well. First one being the smallest and the 4+iest set version, which is the Marvel Iron Man bike and the Hulk. Like I said, 4+ set with a Hulk and an Iron Man. One of the juniorified type bikes. A little wall with a couple of bricks on it and stuff. So this came from one of the French retailers, Fnac. It's releasing in August. 68-piece set, features Iron Man with your typical 4+ style bike and Hulk. So, and a green bottle and a hot dog. That's how you piss off Hulk. You give him a green bottle and a hot dog. There was a couple of additional Speed Champion sets announced this week as well. The Ferrari F40 and the NASCAR Next Gen Corvette Camaro, or Chevy Camaro, ZL1. The Camaro is kind of interesting in that it goes from yellow to black to purple to teal throughout the vehicle because it is like a NASCAR type car, so they always seem to have interesting paint jobs. These are slated for release in October. The Ferrari has 318 pieces, and the Camaro has 328 pieces. So the F40 has actually come out in a 6-wide Speed Champion set in the past. So now they're really re-releasing it in an 8-wide version. which will be interesting. It looks a lot more detailed, I would say, than the original. I haven't seen anybody do a comparison of it as of yet, but pretty sure someone will at some point. Oh, excuse me. It's interesting that like I've been kind of looking at this. In the back, they've basically put like a clear rear window, but they haven't found a good way to do that as of yet. Like I'm surprised they haven't created a rear window piece by now to do some of these cars that they could just add printing on it to make it the shape that they need.
When you think about how frequently we get new canopy pieces,
yeah, exactly,
it is surprising.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of someone who needs a new canopy piece, I don't know what I mean by that, but anyway. No, I wasn't talking about your head.
Oh,
if I was doing that, I would have made fun of Matt because he's got a new canopy. He's got a new hat on his canopy every week. Wow. Interesting though, and I just noticed it's got spoons, red spoons for the mirrors. But anyways, how are you doing, Mr. Dave?
Good. I'm tired, but I'm good. Yeah, I'm tired because I had a hockey game last night. It started at 10:30, so I got to sleep pretty late.
Yeah,
and it's my second week in my new job, so I'm actually started working.
Oh, you're actually working,
and not just being. Well, I'm still onboarding, but I'm getting mandates and stuff to do. So. Yeah.
Well, actually, you know what? We'll quickly finish this article and then we'll continue with the discussion with you. So the NASCAR set here, like I said, lots of stickers. I think this is one of those that you're going to have the stickers on it if you want to keep it as a built set, just because of the transition of the bright orange to black to purple to teal. Although the stickers don't really make. Well, yeah, there's a little transition sticker here.
I don't like this model personally.
I do not either, and I was.
I think it's too small. I would have gone a little bigger because like the wheels are just way too small.
Yeah, well, I mean maybe NASCAR is a little bit smaller of a build for a vehicle as well. I don't know, but yeah, like this one, it has no appeal to me. It's like it's this one that will probably make me be on the fence of am I buying all the Speed Champions or am I not? Again, in the past, I have not bought the Dodge Dragster, and there was a Charger, I think, that went with it as well set. I never bought that one. So I'm not a completist in these. I buy them because I enjoy them. I enjoy the builds. Yeah. But this one doesn't really appeal to me at all. Although it looks like there's something weird happening in the back with these trans pieces here. Because it looks like the teal wraps around it somehow. So I don't know what they're doing there. But it figures there's a martini. Yeah, Lego, give us something like this. Give me cars with like martini pinstriping or the old
some of the rally cars. The rally cars are usually
and
very cool.
I'm trying to think what the orange and blue branding was again. Oh, the pale blue with the orange. It was like a race.
I know that Hitachi Energy is sponsoring a NASCAR team. So and the colors are red and black, I think. So
yeah. Okay, so how are you doing, Dave? As you're doing that, I'm going to figure out what the livery I'm talking about was, and it's on the tip of my tongue, and I just can't think. So how are you been, Davey?
Yeah, I've been good. Like I said, still onboarding, but starting to actually work. So, but last weekend, I got to
golf. Thank you, guys. In the chat.
Golf. I got to the Laval, the Carrefour Laval, which is where is the Laval Lego store is.
Okay.
So, and since it was before Father's Day and we were shopping, I stopped by the Lego store and I actually visited the BAM because that's like the most popular thing with my kids right now.
Okay.
And we ended up buying, and they got the new cardboard box. So
for the figures,
yeah, for the figures. I actually enjoyed these more than the package thing that we have because we actually bought 3 packs of 3 minifigs and we just put them in one box, and all 9 figs could fit nicely into one box. So
So you paid for all 9 figs. Like
yeah, I
you
paid for
paid
online figs,
$3.
but I just got one cardboard box because we got to do our part to save the planet.
There you go.
So, and I ended up recruiting these 3 guys,
Awesome.
and right at the cash register, they had the Series 26 Space minifigs. So I took out my phone, actually used the app to scan the boxes, and the first one I scanned was the Mtron guy. So I got an extra Mtron guy. So and he's actually very, very awesome. I think this is one of the coolest minifigs they've done.
This one. I always loved that livery as a kid. And technically there has been a speed champion, I think, that had similar colors to that.
Yeah.
But anyway. Okay, cool. So
yeah, I ended up buying the 3 BAM things and the Series 26 fig, and it was still double VIP points. So double my VIP points right there. So
the box.
I also got this week. I also got my order that I did on. So I'm gonna do a live opening of my box.
Live opening. And just as you're doing that, the size of the minifigure box, I was like, when you first showed it, I was like, wow, that's pretty large to hold 3 figures. Like, it seems.
Yeah.
They could have gone smaller, but then I guess people could probably just pocket things if they got too small, right? So,
yeah.
So okay, we're going live to Dave unboxing his box. I don't know how
it came from Lego.
Woo! You can tell it's got paper. You put that knife away, sir. Oh yes, the space base. Love it. Oh, so this was your double VIP order?
Yeah, this is my double VIP order.
/ you got a job order? Yep.
Yes.
A new job order.
Oh, my pick a brick order came in.
I was saying at the beginning of the chat, I placed mine at midnight or just before midnight on Sunday, and I got an email today saying that it was delayed due to high demand. I'm like, yeah, okay, figures. Axel's in our chat as well. Hello, good morning, good night, I guess, technically. Ooh, those are very spacey colors.
Well, I wanted to expand the Friends base and recolor some of the I wanted to recolor the purple on it, and I'm going with teal. So, and I want to recolor the base of it, change it to nougat from nougat to gray, like gray, so I can integrate it into my moon base.
Yep. So it's like moon versus Mars type stuff. So awesome, cool.
So basically, that's it for me. I didn't build anything other than, and while I was at the Lego store, I actually, it was really hard to find the shoulder pads, the classic space shoulder pads.
Yes, I only got one of them in mine.
I had to enroll Isaac, my youngest, and tell him, can you find me the shoulder pads? And I found one, and he actually found the 2 others. And Jacob also got Space Fig, and he also was looking for the shoulder pads, and it was Isaac who found them. So
yeah, it's interesting.
But we had to dig through the band to find them, because there weren't a lot. And Jacob actually ended up asking the cashier if you could have some of the shoulder pads, and they had some behind the counter, but not in the band.
Question for you. Does your store require you to build a full figure, or can you grab like just all the torsos? And
I never really ask, to be honest,
because that's usually what I do. I don't go in to build full figures. I will go in to get 15 legs and torsos, 14 legs and torsos, and one extra thing, just because I like army building. The castle guys especially, it was more of an army building, right? So I have enough minifigure heads and stuff that I don't need more necessarily. Of course I do, because technically I'm bringing all these extra torsos in, but not heads. So
Yeah, you have to bring in heads sometime. Yeah, but I wanted the head, so
Yeah.
I built for full figures.
I was just
Yeah, I wanted head.
yeah, we've been mentioning a lot of things, and one of us earlier was saying how hard it was and stuff, and I'm like, it should be a drinking game in some of our
That's
old
what
great
she said.
chats, and this one in this chat that anytime you make a sexual innuendo inadvertently, that it becomes something to have a drink on. So, but anyways, let's not do that because, well, no one will get drunk probably. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah. What are you eating, Matt? I'm just curious now. When your mouth is empty, you don't have to. Oh, he's eating ice cream. Ice cream with nuts. Matt's eating nuts. See?
That's
But
what she said.
That was inadvertent.
It's a butterscotch almond cashew sundae.
Okay. Sounds pretty good.
Very good.
Axel saying, I didn't order from Pab during double VIP. I want to wait for a nice gift of purchase. Not that's the thing. Not bestsellers and standard orders no longer qualify. Standard definitely doesn't qualify for gift of purchase. I'm not 100% sure on the bestsellers portion. I don't think bestsellers qualify either. That you have to order sets in order to get gift.
Yeah,
of purchase.
nothing from the PAB actually qualifies for the gift with purchase.
And that's why my order has been delayed because everybody ordered parts this weekend because that's the only way you get a discount on parts. Yeah. So, which really sucks because you got to wait till, a few times in a year now, like what is it, 4 times a year or whatever in order to get that. So I don't know, kind of sucks. So cool. All right. Well, why don't we jump back into the news then? And I still have this car open because it's
cool.
It's cool. Exactly. It's cool.
Lego do this.
All right. So yeah.
Instead of this.
Yeah. I did see because there a few of the sets they're coming out with in the near future are no. I've seen a few articles here and there about what other famous cars should Lego produce as Speed Champions. Like, because they've done like the Fast and Furious cars, a few of the Fast and Furious cars and stuff. And it's like, it would be cool and totally wrong to see like the Dukes of Hazzard car or something like that come out as.
Especially with that Confederate
wrong because
flag.
they wouldn't put that sticker on the roof. But but yeah, there's like, it'd be cool to see Knight Rider
Kit from Knight Rider would be an obvious choice.
Yeah. So. But again, I don't know that one would really sell that well though because it's so old. Like none of the kids.
I would jump on that. Seriously, I would jump on getting a kit in Lego.
Oh, I would too. But again, that's from our age, right? So.
But I will say I am not a car person. I don't ever buy a Speed Champion set for myself, but I bought them when they're marked down for my Bricklink store, and they sell well.
Yeah,
I would say I have no trouble if I'm patient. The Speed Champion sets move. I mean, just if I buy and list it, they move within a year or two. So they don't sit around for a long time. So it's so far, at least, it seems like there's a really strong market for the car models.
I know with the first when they were 6 wide, like I've never put the stickers on my Speed Champions, and I've done it only for a few. And one of the reasons was because the very first few of them I didn't put stickers on, and I went to go one day I was looking to see how much the stickers would go for on Bricklink, and they were like $20 for a sticker sheet for some of the earlier cars, probably because people couldn't get them anymore, and
they build it from separate
from their
parts
from their parts and stuff. So and exactly for the generally just sell it without the flag. As long as it came with Luke and Bo type thing.
And then we can have third parties print out Confederate flag stickers.
Or not. Axel's asking, do you like the Mega Bloks Hot Wheel cars? No. I haven't really seen them much, but never really been interested in Hot Wheels from that point of view. Although it's not Hot Wheels, but I do have I bought this a few years back and I probably showed it before. I do have let's go back to a bigger view. I do have a version of my Ford Explorer. Mine isn't white, but I got the right year ish of my current car because I saw it one day. I've never opened the package. It's just like, oh, I want that just because I'm weird. But anyway,
You can sell it with your car when you.
And no, you cannot order sticker sheets for current sets. You might be able to contact Lego and say, "Hey, my sticker sheet's busted or folded or whatever."
Here's the car I would buy.
Oh.
If they made the Gremlin from Wayne's World, I would totally buy that set.
Okay, Gremlin from Wayne's World. I was thinking Herbie, the Love Bug. I think that would sell really well.
Yep.
Again, a lot of these are older cars, but
the van from the 18.
Yeah, the 18 van. Yeah,
Yeah, because I've seen that like a million times on
and they've had
Lego
the 18,
Ideas.
They had the 18 characters in Lego Dimensions. So, I mean, it's why not? And they actually did have the van because it was like a small vehicle.
Yeah.
So, anyway, okay. So, Lego Botanical sets were announced yesterday. A couple of new ones. Now, the interesting thing is these are a lot smaller sets than what they've previously had. These are both in the 300 piece range. The first one here is 278. So, oh God, this is really going to test my brain. The new botanical schedules expected to be released. Botanical collection are scheduled to be released in August. The first is the chrysanthemums. Okay, that one was the one I was worried about saying, which has 278 pieces. The other one is a plum blossom, which has 327 pieces. Both will come with a buildable vase and stand to display them on. And they're reported to be about $30 US each. So it's just interesting because they are smaller. I don't think that's a downside. I think that's,
and they come with their own vase.
Comes with their own vase and a nice stand to sit on. And I mean, this one's like, look at all the different banana bits in there, right? I think there's some dark orange and some orange and some yellow closer to the top. I mean, from a look of it, like this one just looks quite nice. And then the plum blossoms. I'm not as familiar with this plant, this flower, but still looks pretty cool. And I mean, the vase parts are actually pretty nice too. When you look up the new vases, like sand green with those nice round parts. Okay, I might end up buying this one just because I want those sand green parts. And yes, I know I can order them on Bricks and Pieces, but
I would say in general, the botanical sets have been great for parts drafts.
Yeah.
You get new parts and new colors. And yeah, I actually bought 4. Our Costco here in the States had the tiny plant set.
Yeah.
And I bought 4 copies of it to do a parts draft, partly just because there's some cool stuff, and it uses the like dark orange as the vase for each of those. So if you like dark orange, there's a lot of dark orange in a draft like that.
Yeah, it makes sense. And I'm looking at this. This is a great parts pack for just building Lego trees as well, right? Because you get all the different brown elements in there. All right.
Yeah, but trees fall apart
because they're made of wood. See, it's just so easy. All right, so we've had the I will say interesting. The Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy sets have been announced or have been shown, and these are kind of a twist on the world of Star Wars, where we have the Dark Falcon, which is the radar dish is now a Death Star laser beam coming out of the top. The characters are all weird. You get Beach Luke, which you get Jedi Vader, Assassin 3PO, and Darth Jar Jar, Darth Ray. I forget who that last one is. I can't see it from here, but we'll get Darth Dev. So this is also from the French retailer Fnac. So the Dark Falcon, 1,579 pieces, features the combination of Millennium Falcon and a Death Star. Includes the figures I just mentioned. It's a smaller scale Death Star than the one they had in the actual video, because they had these teased a little while ago in a video. But it's an interesting character pack. Again, I think for most Star Wars,
beyond the characters, I think the ship looks cool in black.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool in black. I mean, it opens up similar to some of the other Falcon styles. I was just going to say, like, the figures don't necessarily really appeal to me, but I could see a lot of collectors buying them because they're different figures of that we know. I mean,
Yeah, and they'll
white-
probably go for a premium. So if you just want the ship, you could resell all the
enough.
figs, and you probably get a bunch of your money back.
Yeah.
That way.
Although I honestly I have enough black in my collection and dark grays that that doesn't really appeal to me either. I have to say. I'd probably buy it for the figs before I bought it for the parts of the vehicle.
Yeah, for me it would be the figs, and I already have bought I have the UCS Falcon, and I probably own like 2 or 3 other versions of the Falcon.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm not. I mean, maybe I could just sell the Dark Falcon on Bricklink and just keep the figs. Maybe there's a market for that, but I kind of was like, oh, they're gonna make me spend a bunch of money just to get those 6 figs, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, sure. And Axel, going back to the car, Axel saying RoboCop's car. I don't remember that one as much. Although the
it was a Ford. It was a Ford Tempo or
it was a Taurus or something like that, wasn't it? No,
yeah, it's a Ford Taurus, the old
Blade
Ford
Runner,
Taurus.
the Blade Runner car.
Oh
Yes.
Yeah. And Transformers in their car modes. Yeah, I could totally love that. They don't have to transform. Just give me the cars. All right. The second set in this series was the TIE Fighter and X-Wing mashup. 1,063 pieces. And they're obviously an X-Wing and TIE Fighter is 2 separate vehicles, but you can mix and match the parts to make completely new ships. The minifigures in this set are Yes I Slack, Zig Greebling, Rebel Pilot, L3GO, and
L3GO. Did you not get it?
Lego. Yeah, it's Lego. I get it.
And it's a droid.
Greebling.
It's an astromech
And
in the colors of the Lego logo.
Oh, okay. All right.
And the Scala reference in there.
Which one was that? Oh, the Scala. Oh, yeah.
Yes, I Scala.
Yes, I Scala. Oh, and Sig Greebling. Okay, sorry. When I was reading it, I'm like, I don't recognize these names at all. Like, what Star Wars characters are these? So the interesting thing is, this brings us. I mean, they're basic looking ships, but this introduces the from the book series, the Rogue Squadron book series. This introduced Uglies, as they called them in the book series, which was TIE fighters with X-Wing parts on them, and like they literally had built these things in the book universe, like George Lucas book universe versus new book universe. And I always thought some of the Uglies were cool. Now, that being said, I don't think these ones look that cool, but the ones that they had in the book series and comic book series were pretty fun. So, and again, another one people will buy for the figs, because like these figs aren't really turned backwards. Like they're not anti-figs, but you know, like you said, the Lego colored R2 is kind of fun. So,
and he's called L3GO.
L3GO, yeah. All right. Speaking of Transformers, I don't think we actually officially talked about this last week. I think we talked about it, but we didn't officially talk about it. So figures the day after our chat, let's announce the new Transformers Bumblebee set. And my biggest complaint about it last week was the fact that it doesn't look like a bug. And then I heard someone's comments about Lego couldn't make it look like a bug because they'd have to get copyrights from Volkswagen at that point as well for it. So I'm like, oh, okay. Kind of see that.
Yeah,
They've
but
done it in the past.
they did a Volkswagen van for God's sake.
That's 2 licenses you have to pay for.
Yeah, but they made a Volkswagen van in the past. I mean,
yeah, but they had licensing with Volkswagen for that, right? Like Optimus Prime isn't actually a real transport truck. Like it's not like Optimus Prime is an international transport truck. It was just a generic transport truck, right?
Well, it was.
It was like a flat nose. It wasn't based. It was based on the current like 80s style transport trucks, but it wasn't a. You couldn't look at it and say, "Oh, that's this brand of transport."
Yes, you could.
Whereas, okay, fine. What kind of what brand of transport truck was it, Mr.
It was. I'm trying to remember, but I know it was like.
Lies.
No, it's not lies. They were actually made here in Quebec, actually.
Oh, well, yeah, there you go. Things aren't valid in Quebec, so, you know, at least they weren't back then. Anyways, okay, Lego's officially revealed the second Transformers set.
Too much interprovincial hate.
Oh no, we love each other's provinces. Although next Monday, this guy gets the day off, and we have to work because it's
Hey,
Saint Jean Baptiste next Monday.
We had today off. Today
No,
is
I meant-
our new
What?
federal holiday celebrating the end of slavery. It's Juneteenth. So
Okay. I didn't.
I
Realize
went
that.
to the pool. That's how I celebrated.
There you go. Well, happy Juneteenth to you. Is Juneteenth as particular? Is it the 19th of June? Is it always that day?
It goes back to when, like, people in Texas, because in those days, of course, there was no texting. Word of mouth, they learned about the Emancipation Proclamation, and it was in mid-June, and so they treated it as a local holiday. And it's
it was like two. Was it like 2 months after?
Correct.
The proclamation from
Okay.
Lincoln saying.
Yeah, it took 2 months for them to learn about it, and so they celebrated when they learned about it, not the date that the proclamation came out. And so it was kind of an informal holiday among some African Americans. And so after the Floyd riots, there'd been some states that had treated it as a state holiday, and it's now a national holiday. Which in a lot of ways, in the States, we have President's Day, which is supposed to be like Lincoln in Washington, but really the end of slavery is something worthy of celebrating. So I'm fully on board. I'm very happy about this. So
Awesome. Sorry, I just realized that we're still sharing, so I'm going to pull this off screen. I just found some interesting news. I just want to look up quickly. But hey, Davey, how are you?
Good. Sorry I'm late.
That's okay.
I just finished the garage. So.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Yay,
cool.
garage is done. He
Well,
put shelving
garage
in.
is never done.
What was
The
that?
garage is never done.
Well, the garage is better than it was, so that's the important
Yes,
part.
it is. The one point of concern I might not be able to fit the layout in the garage anymore.
Really? Seriously?
I'll have to see. I'll have to do some measurements. Right now the layout's in the basement over here.
uh-oh.
Huh.
That's fine.
Um,
I get Josh to help me carry him up the stairs when I do a show.
Open image in new tab. Hopefully this works and I can get it bigger. Yes. Okay. I just on the Bricks in the Six Discord channel. We'll go back to the bubbly in a second, but on Bricks in the Six Discord channel, this just came through from looks like a Facebook type message from Brickfest Live.
Yeah.
Hello, fans.
I hear it's
Brick-
awesome.
Brickfest Live, originally scheduled for June 22nd, 23rd, this weekend. 2024 has been rescheduled. The date is changes due to operational challenges. The new date are to be determined.
I feel so sad for them.
I know, but I'm wondering which one was this weekend or where it was.
My heart weeps for them.
But I'm wondering.
And you know that they have announced a date for Quebec City.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Exactly. That's it.
And some people were wondering about the show on Facebook, and
I think the more we get the word out, the less we're gonna
most
get.
members from Kellogg answered back saying, "Don't touch that show with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah.
because you're gonna be disappointed."
The more we get the word out, that better it's going to be for everybody.
For the record, that was the Kansas City, Missouri show. That's
Did
been
you see the
rescheduled.
video from the UK? The guy like the
Oh, yeah.
Ralph Temple posted.
Yeah.
That was just wow. You guys got to smarten up.
For those of you in Calgary, do not go to Brickfest Live this weekend because the first one's in Calgary. Although that being said, if someone
for the one in Quebec or Toronto, wherever it's coming to in November,
there's like
whatever.
3 in Ontario, I think, planned. Anyway,
I said
This is
you couldn't pay me to go there. I said,
Agreed.
you want to go to a real show? We got Bricks in the Six coming up, and that's when you should go to. And then we're going to coerce Matt to come up here for our show.
I hope to come in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
oh, you're thinking of it? Okay, cool.
You know,
I know you've been.
if the
you were trying to-
semester calms down, usually that's like I have like 2 weeks of school left, and I just really want to come. I want to bring the mosaic to a couple of different places across North America, and Toronto's one of them. And Jeff's come down here a bunch of times to our part of the continent, and I'd like to just return the favor and go back up there.
Hey,
Jeff
Google.
doesn't like us. Jeff doesn't like us. He has to go to another country to find people that he likes.
Why? You did
It's
come to
hot here.
Quebec last
yeah, he did.
year.
Oh,
so-
sorry, I got to mention he hates Ontario, so he has to go to other provinces and states.
Hold on for 1 second. I just got to do something here. Hey, Google, create a reminder for November 1st.
What's the title? What's the title?
Pack white eyeball tiles and a brick separator.
Mine just said that.
White eyeball tiles and a brick separator. This will be for November 1st.
My Google just answered you, Jeff.
8 a.m. Sorry, everybody in the world who's watching this.
That's funny. That's funny.
8 a.m.
Why white eyeballs style?
I'm just waiting for her to register. I think she
Sorry, I still didn't get that.
cancel.
Tell me a date or time, or even when you get to a place. So, when do you want to be reminded?
Cancel. Anyway,
I remember the time that Raj was dating Alexa. That was fun.
Matt's mosaic is a beautiful mosaic of, I can't think of the name of the artwork or who does it. It's like a 10-foot large mosaic from Chicago. And again, sorry, Matt, the name.
George Surratt,
George-
Sunday
yeah, that's
afternoon
Surratt.
at the island of Grand Jetet.
And there's a dog in this picture and a bunch of people, but it's all just one by one dots. And I've always bugged Matt that one day I'm going to walk up to that picture and pop a dot off and put an eyeball on the dog.
See if Matt notices.
So it might happen in Toronto if Matt comes.
Mm.
Although if Matt don't base that, if you do come, I won't do it because I want you to be there.
You've tipped me off. Like the whole element of surprise is kind of lost.
No, he's gonna be checking it out, making sure it doesn't
Oh
happen.
no, I want you to know it's coming so that one day you'll like middle of the day you're looking at it. It's like,
and then we'll surprise him and put an helicopter instead on
there you go.
his mosaic.
Old and
'Cause what I
Surly.
need is another helicopter. That's what I
Um,
need.
Old and Surly is in our chat. Hello, welcome. He's been on Old Grey Bricks as well. They should have named the Thai pilot Skip Video. Skip Video. Nice. Did Hasbro have a license deal with Volkswagen back in the 80s for Bumblebee? Probably not. They probably just made it. Maybe they did. I don't know.
No, I think they didn't. That's why the Bumblebee doesn't actually the toys from the 80s actually doesn't look like a VW Bug, and that's why Jazz doesn't look like
a Porsche.
a Porsche because they didn't have the license. So
Yeah. They were close enough though. You knew they were
Yeah.
what they were, right? But
But Bumblebee, the original. That's why I like this Transformer. He transforms like the original Bumblebee, the toy, because I bought that one.
yeah. Axel saying is the Black Millennium Falcon official? I mean, it's an official set, and I think it is part of the extended Lego or Star Wars universe. I think there's a show coming out.
no,
Probably
it's actually a Lego show. So
oh, it's a Lego show coming out. Okay, so
Yeah.
I mean, it's part of it. Is
So-
Kenworth's not what Optimus Prime was it?
yeah, I think so.
No, because he wasn't a real truck. Anyway, I'm just joking.
Yeah, it was.
It has to be a cab over to be actually Optimus Prime. That's my point.
Axel saying hi. Thanks for
Oh,
setting
cool.
my Google up. Sorry, cause I probably set everyone's off. Stop programming my digital assistant. Sorry, guys. It's funny because Cow Dice does it sometimes in his chats, and it doesn't trigger mine. Although it has actually in the past, and I messaged him after that.
Yours just triggered mine, dude.
Yeah, Porsche. Gotcha. I know. Anyways, so yeah, sorry. I was just trying to do that for the full fact of I need to remember, and I didn't end up going through because people were talking. Anyway, so Bumblebee released in July 1st, 950 pieces, retailing for $90 US, which is actually pretty decent. I think it's 130 Canadian.
And it's way more affordable than Optimus Prime.
Well, and I don't know. So yeah, it's obviously transformable. It's got a little Bumblebee tile in the window. The only downside is from watching people's reviews, the front windshield comes off, and you have to manually put it onto the back of his back. It doesn't transform properly. But, I mean, based on the size of the model and like the complexity of getting all the rest of it going, it's not that huge of a deal. It's just, it's not a complete transformable.
I
Big
think
no-no.
the general direction of Denmark.
Yeah, shake your hands. Make sure you do that. And the actual website, Lego's site, had had a nice picture of it that I really liked near the bottom here. Let me just try and find it. There it is. Oops, figures. I should have done that first. Which is, Optimus and Bumblebee side by side. And scale-wise, it's like, yeah, okay, that looks about right. Maybe not 100% right, but it's good enough for, that's also why the price point is a lot less than Optimus was, because it is a smaller model. What are your thoughts on him?
I'm going to get him.
Okay.
I'm probably going to get him because,
me too.
I have Optimus Prime, so
yeah,
might as well get Bumblebee to go with him.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for them to release Soundwave because that'd be awesome.
Soundwave would be awesome.
Soundwave is one of the best Decepticons out there.
Yeah, they need someone they can fight. Yeah, Soundwave was the Decepticon I owned. I didn't have a lot of Transformers, but I had Jetstream though. No.
If they ended up making Devastator, I would just absolutely buy 10 of those. Like Devastator with the 5 different construction vehicles would be awesome.
Yeah. Matt, do you have Optimus? Are you getting Bumblebee?
So I was just slightly too old. I missed Transformers as a kid, and it has no personal appeal to me.
Fair enough.
This is a pass. I spend plenty of money on Lego, so my wallet breathing a sigh of relief. I will be sucked into the Black Money and Falcon and the Botanicals, but this is a pass for me.
Fair enough. And I mean, I've got Optimus on display on my shelf. It's kind of back here. You can't see it, but my shelf, he's too tall for my shelf. I'd have to remove his head to actually have him in robot mode. And I didn't feel like raising just that one shelf to be the right height. So he's in truck mode right now. But I do technically have him on display. Anyway, all right. That's it for Bumblebee. And what was I right with the price? $130. I think $129. Oh, this is the American site. I wish they would post. Lego has URLs. 120. Yeah. Lego has URLs that you can actually just send to someone, and it'll automatically detect the country as it's being sent. And I wish a lot of these sites would use this more often. But anyway.
Because I've clicked on links in the Canadian Brick Builders chat.
Sorry.
Half the time when I go on, it thinks I'm in Canada instead of the US.
And you're like, oh my God, this set is expensive.
I'll be looking at it going like, what? And I'm like, oh, it's in Canadian. Okay.
At least it's a quick fix. Like you could easily update the URL and just be done with it. But yeah. All right. Okay.
Yeah,
and
120 is reasonable. I might hold off for sale, but
yeah, I'm not sure how often. Like I don't think Optimus has ever gone on sale. I mean, I'd hold off for a good gift of purchase, maybe.
I think it went on sale a few times. Like a couple of times, I think it went on sale. So
yeah, okay. All right, so bricks in space. The European Space Agency is using 3D printed meteorite Lego or 3D printed meteorite Lego bricks to build shelters on the moon. Now, that's kind of misleading. They're not actually building shelters on the moon because we're not building things on the moon right now.
Because we're not on the moon.
They're using...
And we're not even close to getting on the moon.
Yeah, they're considering using 3D printed meteorite parts like dust to build shelters on the moon. So the actual article...
It's not dust, it's regolith.
Well, scientists at the European Space Agency have used dust from a 4.5 million year old meteorite to print 3D Lego style bricks to help design the astronaut shelter on the moon. The European Space Agency is exploring ways it's exploring ways how building can be made using materials found on space. That is just I don't like that sentence.
A bad grammar guy out there.
That is, yeah. Anyways, for a limited time, the space bricks will go on display at selected Lego stores and at the Lego House from June 24th to the 20th of September. So they have actually 3D printed a Lego brick. Now, obviously, they're
using a meteorite dust.
Meteorite dust.
They're exploring the process of using regolith to build stuff on the moon. Yeah.
And I wonder what other agent they're using in here to actually have the dust stick together. But obviously, but I mean, it's a cool idea. Like it actually kind of makes sense if you were able to 3D print something that you could use as a building material. Like obviously that makes sense.
it makes sense for the building material, but it also makes sense for the solar radiations that you want to shelter from.
Shelter you from,
So-
yeah, exactly. And think of all the money Lego's going to make. Wait, would these be bestseller parts, or would they be? Would you have to wait 28 days to get your space-based parts shipped?
Or ship to Earth.
Shipped to Earth. I was going to say, think of the money Lego's going to make. Anyway, but I thought it was kind of a funny thing of.
But
Yeah.
but you're right on the broader side that Lego is pushing space.
Well, yeah, and this is just
I mean, even in the Lego stores, employees have aprons with the space logo on it. And
which apparently will be destroyed after their promo is done.
what a
They have
shame.
to destroy
I
them all
know.
What a
because they
shame.
don't. They don't
Hey,
want.
if there's a Lego employee out there who's listening and you want to hide your apron and give it to someone who will cherish it,
Dave's available for that.
I'm available for that. I will pick them up anywhere in Laval and,
Yeah. and distribute them to the rest of us, right?
and
Right.
distribute that to my friends who will cherish them and put them in their Lego rooms. And
Eclipse, welcome. We do need Decepticons. I agree. And they're not Lego bricks. They aren't made by Lego or have the logo. Well, still, they look like Lego bricks. And you try 3D printing the words Lego on all those studs in dirt.
and they'll be
Joking, of course.
displayed at the Lego house, so I'm pretty sure they got the Lego approval stamp.
So if you're allergic to space dust, anyway. So yeah, cooking bricks. I don't know. It's kind of cool.
It's awesome.
All right. Next up, we have a few parts reviews from friends from this is from New Elementary, and they've gone over some of the new Friends sets to kind of show
There's a map.
what's going on. There's a new
There's a
beaver.
squirrel.
See,
Oh, beaver or squirrel?
Come on, we should know our beavers. It's a beaver.
Look at the teeth. Look at that teeth.
Look at the teeth of that beaver.
Look at that teeth.
Anyway, so yeah, there's the beaver.
Yeah, but did
bike
you ever
part.
see a beaver stand that way?
They're chewing on a log.
I'm not making a comment because it's already going over the hill on that side. Anyways, a new bike element looks like for friends. The new flag piece that we've talked about in the past and how it integrates in. I feel like we've looked at these pictures before.
Yeah,
but
we see that. Before.
I know we did for that flag, but this is actually probably a broader. Oh, that would be a nice staircase piece. Except for the fact that the staircase wouldn't stay straight because it's on flag and it would just flop over.
Yeah.
But there's some interesting geometry on this, on that piece. I think that would actually be kind of an interesting like space door or something like that.
Like a
Hanger. Oh, that's kind of cool too. Okay, I'm liking this piece. Give it in better color. Also, just some random bits, pieces. These arrows and the arrow shooter is kind of interesting. In better colors, it would probably be more interesting. Possible dark orange radio. Oh no, that's in red. A red radio. The plant pieces. New patches, new tiles with patches on them. That's kind of cool. Some other printed bricks. Okay, the animals, as we've talked about, there's printed bricks with glowworms. No, what are those called now?
Fireflies.
Yeah.
Glowworms?
Oh, give me a break. Yes, the glowworms from the 80s, the kids' toy.
Okay.
Bunch of figs. Okay, anyway.
Light,
Next one. I
light,
need to change subject.
turn
The
on
parts-
shining light.
The parts in Bumblebee, there's a few new parts. This curve slope is a newer style part. I think it's in 2 different sizes. Obviously, the printed parts for Bumblebee as well. The printed Transformer logos. There's a new Technic hinge piece as well. So it's not a huge amount of parts in that. I mean, it's a good quantity of this part, but not a lot of new parts in these sets. But still some interesting bits.
Bits and bobs.
Bits and bobs. Bumblebee, And the
You
Transformer
could
style.
you could actually use that face to make
Oh yeah,
a lot of the Autobots because
Yeah.
they all add that
similar
similar.
looking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed. It's kind of nice. Although we probably won't be able to get this piece extra from Bricks and Pieces or anything like that, which kind of
Yeah.
sucks. But I would love to be able to get some of these in from Bricks and Pieces. I think that'd be awesome.
Didn't they? I have some things that look like a Lego tile that's printed in my collection. Are those like knockoffs, or did they previously print that face?
This is like the Autobots logo, so like from Transformers directly. So I don't know.
I swear I have some of these in my printed tile.
Maybe
collection.
they're Bionicle masks or something. Maybe they printed those on 2x2s at some point.
Could be.
There's a recolor of the weapon, the axe head. Yes, sorry.
From Vikings. Way
Recolors
back.
of some of the click hinge bricks. The new 1x4 rounded plate in yellow now. Yellow brackets. The Technic brick with the plate on the back in black. So just a bunch of recolors. Rare elements. We don't need to go over all these, but anyways. And then the B is back. Oh, there is stickers. I did notice it came with two different license plates, Goldbug and Bumblebee 84, as well as the I Love Cybertron and Rollout bumper stickers. I thought those were kind of cute. And then last but not least, the Lamborghini Countach. They've done a parts review on this as well. I think we were talking about this. Like I mentioned a few of these parts. Actually, I feel like we talked about this one. But
No, we talked about the set, but we haven't
14. Okay.
talked about the parts.
Okay. I might have talked about it in the news last week that I did, and I realized I didn't do a news segment this week at all. So, yeah. And I didn't really think about it, and I didn't. Anyway.
It's all good.
So, again, another curve piece in here as well. A couple of newer style curve pieces. Or at least the 4x4 one is new.
Lego has been doing a lot of curved pieces lately.
Oh, yeah. It's awesome. Yeah, the 5x5 one already existed, but now we have a 4x4 one. And as we saw in Bumblebee, there's another style as well. And this new slope is in here as well, which is a 1x4x3 or 1x4x1 plate high slope. Basically 2 cheese bricks or 2 cheese grater bricks back to back, but without the weird line in them. And similar to the 4 long one as well, but not quite there. A little different. Oh, and this bracket. I don't know that I've seen this bracket. Oh, it's a new for this year, but it's been in a few other sets. So then some recolors, some printed bricks, the Countach logo. The whole dashboard is printed on a brick. So, and then rare parts as well. So. All right, and last but not least, just looking over if there's any. I think these are all the sets we saw this week as new. Yeah, pretty much nothing new there. Golf livery, we don't need that anymore. The history of golf. Okay, that was just all the article. Golf oil.
Golf.
I miss that company. And that brings us back to the start.
Good.
All right, chat here. Lego style bricks. And glowworm is the German name for them. So actual see, I lost the name of the bug again.
Firefly.
Fireflies are called glowworms in Germany.
The show that we used to watch.
Yeah, I know, but yeah.
With Nathan Fillion.
If fireflies are glowworms in Germany, then I don't feel that bad because they're probably glowworms in Dutch.
Remember our Mrs. Reynolds, probably the most fantastic hour of television in the history of television.
All I can say is, if you mention Firefly near Dave, expect to be talking about it for a little while, which is not bad. I'm just saying. Saint Cyr, like other rodents, beavers do sit. There you go.
But the beaver is a noble creature. It's Canada's national animal.
It is. Eclipse is saying that he has a fake Lego Autobot insignia. So I mean, there were obviously people that printed them over the past. Matt having them to me doesn't make that. I don't think it's that situation because. I mean, Matt, you said you weren't into Transformers really, so why would you have some? That's it. Creo has yellow tiles with the Autobot logo. I've come across a few over the years.
Yeah, I think that's probably what they are because
Yeah.
they got like a bulk buy that had mixed source. So
Yeah. Eclipses is red with a light blue insignia. I'm not sure what we're referencing here. And Axel has come in.
Autobot logo.
In Dutch, obviously, it's not a fire. So, okay. Thanks.
it's a Verlig.
Verlig. Or Glimworm. Okay. So it might be two different species. Anyways, I don't know why I said glowworm. I think maybe my love of 80s toys, and that was an 80s toy that I never had for the record, but I remember seeing. Oh, and Mr. Cowdice.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Look up.
What's that?
What do you mean, what's that?
Oh,
A spool of wire.
that's awesome.
200, or how many feet is it? 600 volt. 25 feet? No. Oh, 50 feet. So 150 feet of wire because it's strands of 6.
What I got?
I was also praising your wires because my phone is holding this down. My controller is here, and the wire that's attached is actually on the table behind me.
Did I give you a wire one time?
Sorry?
At a show?
Yeah, you gave me like a 10-foot wire for the castle.
Yeah.
And I was saying that when I pulled out all my old wires, most of them are like this long and, are falling apart. So,
Zombified.
yeah.
The zombie wires.
So, but
Yeah. Electricity.
Electricity.
yes.
It's just, I think, in the history of Lego, I know the CA bricks kind of like warped a little bit, but whatever. Those were easily replaceable with other bricks because there's not a CA brick that you don't have a model with ABS. But the 9-volt wires, it was just disheartening to watch those things just kind of.
And it seems to happen so fast too. Like
That was overnight. Like they were great for 10, 15 years and bleh, gone.
yeah. It's just
Expiration date arrived.
yeah, best before. Lego best before. Oh, actually, dark reddish brown has a best before date as well. Actually, now that I think about it. So, luckily, I haven't broken any reddish brown in the past few weeks. Not that I've been using a lot of it.
They're
But
trying not to think.
And you haven't dismantled anything.
That's
I
right.
have actually. I dismantled numerous towers, but none of them had reddish brown in them. So
Thank
I
goodness.
was saying earlier in the chat. I panned over with the camera. Hold on, let me just move some stuff here.
Here's some painting.
For my castle. This is all the parts I've collected for it already. For the cake topper portion of the castle. And I've got another, say, 400 or 500 pieces on order. So I'm going to be starting to build that this week. I think I have to sort all that because I basically just dumped them into bins, all the parts. And now I want to sort it a bit so I can find the parts I need. But yeah, so Matt's still playing.
Did you settle on how you're gonna put your towers? Or?
Well, I'm going to put them on top of the castle. I'm pulling it up right now again. Yes, I was being sarcastic, and I'm still debating.
That's how he repays us for helping him decide how he's gonna
That's right.
put his castle together
So,
by being sarcastic with us.
agreed. That was
When
rude.
we ask about it, and
I was
good
just
faith.
giving you the sarcastic answer. For the record, when I asked about it, I only got 2 answers from the whole group of people I asked. So, all right, sorry,
That's how he shows his love, Dave. Sarcasm.
totally 100%. Okay, pulling it up now.
Sarcasm is my love language.
That's right.
Well, that's not it. Obviously, that was already open. But actually, I already had it open. Crap, I didn't realize that.
Space.
Oh no, I opened up the Classic Space logo twice.
That's okay.
Space.
We like space.
Space.
I'm thinking of actually. I have this digitally in a few forms. I'm thinking of actually making a few of these with like just the original color figs, and maybe putting the instructions up on Rebrickable or something. I'm not sure if that's allowed. I have to look at the rules for rebrickable, but keep 2.0. There we go. So I was saying that the top tower, I'm switching over to use this guy. So it has a little bit more color, but it seems pretty plain in the middle areas. So I'm still debating what to do there. I don't want to do this blue and yellow pattern on every level. But I do want to add something to it because to me it does still look a little plain right now. So I don't know. I'm debating that.
I think it's a good idea.
But I do accept option or any ideas. So
Could you just go from the pattern, then the blank one to the smaller tower, and
so like
forget about that level.
Like take this one out type thing.
Yeah.
And drop this one down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably fall through the center at the moment, but
yeah, but you could like extend it and like it would be like a tower on it, like a keep within the keep. I don't know if you get my drift or.
So I mean,
like an innermost keep.
Yeah.
Like have that in the center.
Yeah.
Can't get it to line up right. Have that in the center. I mean, this is all sitting on the existing keep as well, right? The keep that I've built. Yeah. So, yeah, like I said, I'm not 100% sure I follow what you're saying with it. You just want like a larger floor for people to stand on?
Yeah.
The outside? Yeah, maybe. I was also debating, just as you're talking, I was also thinking I could, if I had 4 of these towers on top, like kind of like all of the same level and different heights there or something like that. Just
I would put them on different heights.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. If this was like 4 towers, all with a few different heights.
Yeah.
Maybe something like that. I have one yellow one.
Too much like a candelabra, though.
What's like a chandelier? Is that what you mean by candelabra?
Like a candelabra, like the candles that were always on top of the grand pianos. Little.
Oh, well, okay. I wasn't saying side by side though. I'm saying like one here. Hold on. Let's just control copy, control paste. One here, roughly, obviously. One over here, and kind of switching with yellow and blue. And one over here, but as mentioned, they'd be at different heights, or well, there you go. They're kind of at different heights there, even though
that's cool.
Something like that, and go like translate from yellow to blue.
Yeah.
But I just ordered the part. Yeah, okay. I could. Yeah, that's an idea. I'm going to quickly just file save as a different file name. Yeah, working copy, that works.
Because your spiral castle.
Yeah,
it's not symmetrical. It's like
it spirals, and I totally get that. And going back to my photos here, I'm just pulling it up. So let's just pull this guy up and move this over. So what I like, this is not the best shot, but this is the base of the keep right now, and I have basically the larger 2 towers here that ends the keep, and then the smaller towers going out. There's 8 of them, and that's why like these 2 towers, which is the front of the keep, I was going to match up perfectly with the 2 towers that go into that blue and yellow ring. So that would make sense from the front of the castle. Technically, you go from 2 towers going straight up, but you can see the rest of them are kind of indented inside. So it did kind of spiral in a bit. I was trying to figure out how to make it spiral. I was also thinking of just making this tower like 8 studs high. This one's 16, this one 24, like going up 8 studs or something like that every time. But to me, I didn't like it when I was looking at it. Because, well, I mean, you get collisions as soon as you hit here anyhow. So that would be the end of it. And then what do you do in the center? So I was thinking if I went even higher, maybe do that. So I think I don't know. I kind of like the idea you were saying there. But the other thing I was thinking was do like these ones would technically have roofs. Well, the one I was going to build would have a roof on it. Do I actually then put guard tower, like the same crenellation?
Yeah, I think the low ones should have guard towers.
Yeah. And then the top one would be
The
Would be a
roof one
regular
with the
roof.
spike. Yeah, the spike one. The spike.
Yeah, I'll have to see. I'll have to see how the math works. I think it might fit in there. It looks like it could. I mean, it might stick out a little bit, but I can make that work.
Well, you could actually, some medieval castle had towers that extended. Like
yeah, they come up a
from
bit.
they come up from
Yeah.
the wall.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I can make that work. I think I kind of like that idea. I'm just screen capturing this as well. I don't know why. I mean, I've got just saved the file, but anyway. But yeah, see, and this is what I love about Lego too is like a bunch of people can just sit there and talk about something and come up with ideas, and now I have to give credit to everybody, which is okay.
Brainstorming.
Yay! I'm
We'll call it-
getting credit for a castle.
which is what you've always wanted to get credit for.
Yeah.
That
and helicopters.
and helicopters. But I wanted to show like these two towers. Whoops, that was a little close. These two towers here. So like I was saying, this was my original tower, 2 towers, and I ended up building a little staircase here to get up to this area. Sorry, I'm trying to navigate here to get to this area here. But having these 2 towers just kind of stick out over the existing towers, I thought looked really nice too. So I'm kind of proud of that. And since this picture, this picture, like this dropped area here is like 3 studs or 3 bricks lower. So I've now made it completely flat. Like I've basically worked through it a bit, so it's easier to set up. But anyways, I don't know. I don't know if you're following what I'm saying, but I spent basically a day and a half to take the castle, to take this ring, which is the blue and yellow ring that I'm building, and make it completely flat so I can lay it in a box and not have like pieces underneath it that would tilt it sideways and stuff. So I also need to figure out a box to put this in, but that's a different story. So anyway, back to
You'll
life.
just buy another crate for.
Well, yeah, I'm
people.
gonna have to find another box, but my trailer's getting a little full. I think I only have room for 1 or 2 more boxes in the trailer. So might be a bit of
So
a
you either need a bigger car or bigger trailer.
Well, my car, I did get a bigger car, so I could technically get a larger trailer. Because my car can pull like 6,000 pounds, and my original trailer was basically up to 3,500, I think. Well, I mean,
Whatever I built for the layout has to fit in the existing 8 boxes.
we know, Davey. But I just watched one of your videos today saying that you were going to bring, it was the one from the May long weekend, Monday or whatever, and no, not well. I watched that one a couple of days ago. No, this was you brought out your old monorail cars, the little guys. And you're like, oh, I'll probably just bring those with me anyhow to the show that you've already done. And I was watching that going, but is there room in the box to put those in?
I got some room.
You still got some room.
And I trashed the other one. I like the camper trailer looking one, the little dome campers, and that's actually going to be sorted back into the collection.
Oh, okay. I know which ones you mean. Yeah, okay. Is that an upcoming video as well?
I don't know. I haven't done anything yet. So I'm actually almost caught up. I got 5 more videos.
Wow.
So next week, halfway through next week, I will have absolutely no videos right now. I have to like start making them again.
Uh-oh. We're
I couldn't believe how far I got ahead, like over a month ahead.
Maybe one of the towers could be a dragon landing pad. There is a dragon. There is a dragon in the castle who's running the bouncy castle for us. But see, for us. There you go. I did it again. Us. For me. Anyway. That's cold. Matt has just wrapped himself in a burlap sack.
He's cold.
That is cold. It's like freaking 100 degrees here in Quebec.
Actually, I was outside dripping sweat, as you can see. Like this thing is soaking wet. But now I came out in the basement and it's freezing down here, and I gotta go for a hot soak after this because
I'm actually cold in my basement too. It sounded like it was 22 this afternoon, and I put shorts on, and then within 20 minutes of me putting shorts on, I was freezing because I
don't take off my hat because it's all hot and sweaty, and my hair is a complete disaster. I wear this out in the garage.
Yeah.
So,
sorry, Matt. What were you saying?
It's warmer north of Atlanta than it is in Atlanta. I mean, I'm not saying it's cold here, but
it's not as warm as other places.
I went to the pool and I showered right before the show, and I'm wearing like tank top and the shorts, and then like the AC kicked on, and the AC vent is like right above me, and I'm actually like, I'm actually cold.
Cool right now.
I put my AC up. I like the vent. I have a towel stuck in it because like in the wintertime it was just too much heat. In the summertime it's just too much cold.
All my ventilation is right above my head, and with the AC air conditioner running, I am literally getting cold air coming from the furnace room area. So, probably shouldn't have taken down that area around that wall. This used to be all be boxed in when I first moved in 9 years ago. Yesterday,
9 years ago, and somebody hasn't been into your place yet.
Okay, so sorry, you brought that up. I'm going to talk about it. Dave mentioned in the past few videos that have aired in the past week, Dave has said a few times, I've been saying to people for years that we need to have like barbecue and just have like every one week you'd be like, okay, open house at my house between now and like this day, between these hours, come on down, we'll have a barbecue. And I'm like, how many times have I invited Dave up to my house? And he's never
What
shown.
you have to do is you have to invite Sandy to your house. Because I always go along with her.
Oh, you just go along with her. I see.
She's my culture demeanor, dude.
She wears the pants in this house.
She definitely. Are you kidding? I can't make a decision for the life of me.
Unless it's about buying Classic Space Lego.
Unless it's about Wang's. I have a line on a couple UFO sets right now.
Ooh.
I don't know if I want to.
Facebook Marketplace again?
Yeah.
Paul, have a knight with torches directing the dragon in for a landing. Although I might, you say that and I'm like laughing at it, thinking I probably wouldn't do that in the castle, but I know someone who has landing plates on his layout that maybe adding a little dragon and.
I got lots.
Well,
I'm saying,
but Jeff, maybe not in the castle, but in the surrounding grounds, you could have like a dragon landing pad.
Like
that's
a little torches one.
Actually, yeah. I've talked about building on another 2 feet to do farmland, so that's an idea. Actually,
Dragons.
Dragon flights.
Here be dragons.
Someone marketing off of dragons, and you wonder why they're all gone now. No, although Matt's probably still got them in his game. Were there dragons in Civilization 4?
Civ 4?
No.
He's playing Civ 4 right now.
I love the Civ series. I really did. Although I like Colonization slightly better. The original.
Okay.
Sid Meier.
I don't know that I played that one, but
I like
I just love Civilization when you have like a cannon and there's a battleship attacking your city and the cannon
Yes.
but cannon wins.
You could
Happened
You
once
can
in a while,
still-
but it was great.
you can still play that on a DOS emulator.
Yeah, I got DOSBox and I'm playing Settlers 2 and I'm playing Railway Tycoon, the original,
Ooh.
and EGA.
I don't
I
think
never got into Railroad Tycoon, but it looked
Oh,
cool.
I love the first one.
Yeah, the first one was cool.
But yeah, Colonization and Civ. I mean, I don't know how many hours. I never even played Alpha Centauri, like Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri. But
I played Alpha Centauri. I love that.
I think I played that a couple of times. I don't think I really played much of it, but Sim City was always my favorite when I was younger.
City 2000 is one of my favorite games of all time.
I like the song kind of it just appeared in my head. I don't know if I got the tune right, but I remember the tone of the music at least.
I like getting the whole city, everybody's established and making tons of income, and then turn on the earthquakes. That's the best.
Yeah.
Or the Godzilla. thing.
We didn't talk about that write up of that Matt actually posted about Simon Liu in.
Yeah, that was an awesome article.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what was the where was that posted again? That was
Brick
in,
Nerd.
Brick Nerd. Yeah,
And there's going to be a part 2.
it's gonna be a part 2. Yes, so I read through that.
Like a 10-part series because like Simon does like literally everything.
Yeah, pretty much. I read through that and I forgot that Simon had built the StarCraft type ones years ago, and then he actually liked those games. And I'm like, I still have StarCraft installed on this PC because you can get it, you can download it on you can get the Blizzard interface type thing, and you can play all those games.
The battle cruiser built out of Lego was one of my most favorite builds ever. I just couldn't get enough of that thing.
Yeah. But yeah, if you get a chance, go over to Brick Nerd, read the article on Simon, part 1.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. Talks about his early life and stuff, and it's like, oh, hey, I know that guy.
And especially if you have kids or kids that are not that well adjusted in school or don't have any friends.
Yeah.
It gives you hope. I mean, Simon, what he said in an article that he was a lonely child because he had problems with either with the neighborhood he was in but the things that he liked, and he got through it, and now he has tons of friends and
Worldwide.
people. He actually if you see him at shows, you'll definitely recognize Simon if you see him at shows because there's like a crew hanging.
He's
Like,
got to get
around-
he's got to click. Yeah.
He's got a clique that always follows
He's got
him everywhere he
limitless
goes.
Energy, that guy.
Yeah, that too.
That guy.
But the other thing
Limitless
about him is
energy.
that he's very self-effacing. Like I didn't
yeah.
really know who he was, but like the Old Gray Bricks guys were like, "Oh, he's such a great builder," and Chris's ultimate compliment. He goes, "I hate that guy. He builds so
I hate
good."
that guy. He's so good. Yeah, whatever he does, like he started September, right? If I remember correctly, he
that
started.
He's one of the founding. Yeah, he's a founding member in a lot of stuff, even Castle stuff. I didn't realize he was a Castle guy for years.
He gave me the best compliment like the other year because that what's that series that he's making, the space layout?
The
New
Hiroshima.
Hampshire?
Yeah, that one. He said that I inspired him with my layouts.
Oh, there you go.
He said, and I said, like, dude, like, no, that's not even close. It's night and day. But
Although-
like the fact that I got all modularized and like get together and whatever, he said like that's what led him to do that kind of stuff.
Although it should be mentioned that early Simon builds, if you touched them, they would fall apart.
Oh yeah, they're held together with a half a stud and a prayer.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
But they
so
were
the-
amazing.
The
But it was
Moto,
like-
the Moto method of like, well, there's one stud,
There's one stud holding it together.
But Moto still stays together for the most part. Like he puts his stuff on his head and walks around with them, right? So,
True.
but yeah, some of Simon's earliest builds were, they were very awesome looking, but sometimes if you touch the wrong piece, it would just
He
fall off.
breathed on it wrong.
Yeah, that's true too.
I had one of his mechs. I asked him to fix it. I can't remember if he did. It was in the layout for the longest time.
But yeah, hats off to Simon, who
We love you, Simon.
he's everywhere in the community. He didn't. He said Bricks in the Six as well. So, Matt, you've already met Simon though, right?
Yeah, at Brick World.
Brick World, yeah.
But like the first time I met him, he was like just casual, low key guy, and I'd heard so much about him. Like I don't know. And that actually the same thing was true with Paul Hetherington,
Yeah.
who he's on the West Coast, so I don't know him as well, and he doesn't probably maybe get quite as much attention because he's out west and not coming to a lot of shows in the East. And I was at Brick World the first year, and I was like trying to get my space tower up, and a couple of Peach Load people were chatting with this guy, and he comes over and he says, "Oh, I like the color," and I was like, "Oh, I don't think we've met," and he goes, "I'm Paul." And they were like, Paul. And I'm thinking, I don't know who Paul is.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh,
Who's this Paul?
Who's Paul?
This is
Yeah.
Paul,
I know
and then
it's
they're
Paul.
like, later, Dana's like, it's Paul Hetherington. Just Google it. And I'm like, oh, that guy.
That
That
Paul.
that guy.
Yeah, and I
That
mean,
Paul.
he's been in the community for years, and that was the same event where I actually met him as well. Officially, like I've been at events with him, and I probably knew who he was at those points, but I never really put two and two together. That it's like, oh, it's that it's that Paul, right? But yeah, he's Canadian too, so we'll take credit
He
for
is,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, he is. So
He's the West Coast Simon Lee. No.
he's the West Coast, maybe. So,
The two of them are holding up Canada with bricks at each end.
and what are we doing?
Nothing.
The rest of us,
We're riding.
we're hoarding all the rest of the bricks.
We're just like background noise.
Although-
Exactly.
Looking at Dave's Lego room, you'd almost say those bricks are holding up the roof
I would say that.
in a beautiful way. So, all right, why don't we call it a night? It's 10:45. We extended this by longer than I thought we would by just having some banter, which is fun. So
Tangents are fun. What?
what?
I don't think so.
What's not fun? What? Huh?
Tangents.
Tangents. Oh, only yours.
Tangents?
Only yours. I actually made a couple of videos over the weekend and I didn't post them because I was talking about how I built my towers and my massive amount of A-frame pieces I still have. Speaking of tangents, so I will hopefully post those in the next week or so. I just never made an image for them and stuff, and they're me talking really quickly like normal. So
Jeff revealed that despite trying to buy up every single A-frame piece, that he hasn't actually raised the price of them on Bricklink because nobody else wants them, so they're still like super cheap.
So I'm going to put these in my Lego store at a premium and then release those videos so that everybody builds my towers so that I make money. No,
Very clever.
less than a cent a piece. When I was buying them by the thousands and during COVID, they were less than a cent a piece.
Crazy.
And so it's like, okay, I'll buy 1,000 because that's what, $10? Like, okay.
Well, honestly, when I was working on my Jetsons tower and I needed dark turquoise, like I found a few of the European stores in Poland or Czech or Germany, and the dark turquoise was just crazy cheap because it just isn't a popular color. So I'm like, 500 click.
Yeah. And this piece in dark gray was only available in dark gray for the longest time. And Lego used it a lot to do those 45-degree angle type designs. And there wasn't really much of a use for it. So yeah. Anyways, calling it a night, hitting the button. So thank you everybody for coming. We will see you next week. And yeah, hopefully we are all out to banter some more.
We'll be back for banter.
All right. Anyway, I'm hitting the button now. So see you guys.